Welcome back. I am your host. I'm attorney Stephen Leahy, and that's no conspiracy.
That's right. Remember, ladies,
I happen to say that I really like that segment for our October Halloween special,
which
our conspiracy
we're going to have
theories.
next week is going to be our conspiracy theory show.
What about for November? Can we do a November special and talk about various Thanksgiving foods?
That is
1 week turkey, 1 week
and stuffing. My November. Okay,
I'm not Thanksgiving.
My November newsletter, if you want a copy of my newsletter, you should call us at 312-664-6649. The cover of my newsletter, well, it talks about my brother because he was always the cook for Thanksgiving. But since he's gone, what do we do now, Jim? Turducken.
Oh, yeah.
So I talk about the turducken. And,
I just drink a lot and then I eat.
Turducken. You really like the turducken,
I do like the turducken.
I really like it, too. I don't know if you've ever had it, folks, but if you haven't had a turducken.
I've never had it.
It's awesome.
Let's not talk about Thanksgiving yet. We still are in Halloween.
I agree with that. Well, maybe we'll do that next week, and I can talk about turducken about...
Not next week.
You mean in 2 weeks?
Yeah, 2 weeks. That's correct.
Because remember, again, we're going to do that conspiracy theory.
But now we're going to do this segment.
And now, here's that man with a head just crammed full of knowledge, Mr. Know-It-All.
That is correct, ladies and gentlemen. It is Mr. Know-It-All, the segment where Attorney Leahy shares his infinite wisdom on all things tax.
I almost forgot we were on the air, and I thought we were just talking like we do in between segments, because we do a lot of that.
I know, we do a lot of that.
Again, some of the best stuff is in between segments. But this week, what I'm going to talk about are bank levies. And the reason why, because, right, I have a client who has a bank levy.
What's the question?
The question is, how do bank levies work? That's the question. How do they work? Because once you get a bank levy, my client said, well, I have to pay my bills. How can I pay my bills if there's a bank levy? And so there's a difference.
What's the difference?
Levies are when the IRS takes something away from you.
What happens when the levy breaks?
Ask Led Zeppelin. But here's what happens here when they're coming after you, when they levy your bank account. It's different than when they levy your wages. When they levy your wages, that's a continuous levy. That means they're going to take your money this week, they're going to take it next week, they're going to take it the week after until you're paid. They're going to keep taking your money away from you every time. A bank levy, on the other hand, is not continuous. It's a one-time thing. So when they come to your bank and they send a levy to your bank, any money that's in the bank account at that day is frozen. That's what they get. And then the bank must hold it for 21 days. So give you some opportunity to get the IRS to release the levy. Okay. And so then it comes up, what if I get more money? We're going to get more money. I'm afraid we're going to lose all that money too. We're not going to have any money. The answer is it doesn't work that way. When the IRS levies your bank account, again, it's that one time. It's whatever's in the money in the bank at that day. If 2 days later I get another check in, somebody sends me a direct deposit, and the money goes into my bank account, that money's available for me, so I can still use that money. The other money that's still on hold, and again, you have 21 days to fight it with the IRS to get them to release all of it or part of it. But this other money that you put in, you could still use to run your business. And so that's very important because people get afraid. Now, then they ask me, well, should I not put any money in there? Should I open up a new bank account?
What if I just sleep on a bed of money?
You could do that if you're lucky and you have enough money to make a bed out of it. But here's what, again, I can't tell people not to put money in a bank account because the IRS might look at that as tax evasion. And tax evasion is a crime. So I always tell people, yeah, you're having financial problems. That's bad enough. But don't commit crimes in order for a couple of dollars, okay? So don't start hiding money because the IRS might come after you and say, that's a crime. Now you're evading your taxes. And so work with us and we'll get it released. And we'll work with
That's the
your
most
bank.
important part. Remember, we said that in the blog segment. It's just getting an attorney to represent you.
Yeah. So and they know how to work through all this because it is complicated and it does make a big difference. And again, you still have 21 days to try to get the IRS to remove that levy. Now, generally, the IRS uses levies to get your attention. Okay, because you haven't been cooperating with them, or you've been you've been putting it to the side and burying your head in the sand. And then they get you a levy, and now you get your attention. So I have some clients where I'm looking to get some information. You have to be in compliance in order to come up with the solution, and sometimes they have multiple years of tax returns that need to be done. So I have to get a lot of information from them, and sometimes they don't. They just stop giving me the information, and they won't give it to me. And we keep asking, hey, you got that? Oh, yeah, I'll give it to you next week. Well, all of a sudden, boom, they get a levy on their bank account. Well, guess what? I start getting a lot of information, and they say, well, let's get this done. Let's get it in. So it lights a fire under people to make them do what they have to do. Okay, so you can avoid a levy if you just do what you have to do. But if you have a levy, then you need someone to help you stop the levy. Anyway, I hope that answers your question.
Thank you, Mr. Know-It-All.
That's right. Thank you, Mr. Know-It-All. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, if you have a question, call 312-664-6649. Say you heard the show and that you do have a question, and Attorney Stephen Leahy will...
And ask for a copy of the newsletter.
That's right. We'll answer your question guaranteed. 312-664-6649 or visit ChicagoTaxTeam.com. That's going to be your hub to help fight the IRS. Now, ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned, because after the commercial break from our sponsors... Keep that dialed to an AM 560, The Answer, and we're going to come back. We're going to finish the show up, IRS Radio Hour style. But remember, keep it tuned to AM 560, The Answer.